election night in Toronto, and voters are deciding who will be the city's next mayor. There are a record 102 candidates to choose from in this election, which of course was triggered by the shocking resignation of John Tory in February.
You still have 16 minutes to cast your ballot, Toronto. Polls close at 8 o'clock, except at 4 locations in the city, which have been extended for what officials are calling earlier interruptions. Nearly 130,000 people took advantage of advance voting.
So after months of campaigning, it all comes down to tonight. Candidates have been crisscrossing the city, debating the issues and pitching their priorities in the hopes of securing Toronto's top job.
From 299 Queen Street West, this is Toronto's breaking news. Good evening, and thanks so much for being with us. I'm Lena Latafat.
And I'm Nick Dixon. Welcome to our special coverage of Toronto's new mayor.
Common sense solutions that are going to actually get you moving.
Prioritize what the exact needs and wants are for today and also for our future.
Building more housing, making sure that the TTC actually gets moving.
A livable city, a city that we're proud of, a city that we're not just waiting for the city to come through for us.
Go back to basics and reinvest in those core services that residents rely on.
We need a new deal, and I have those relationships, I have the track record.
A city that is more caring, more affordable.
CP24 will be with you all evening as Torontonians elect a new mayor. On the right of your screen, you'll see information and results by ward.
And then on the bottom of your screen, you're going to see the numbers as the votes roll in. Of course, those numbers right now are at 0 until the polls close at 8 or 8:15 in some cases.
Our reporters and crews are out all across the city covering the candidates as the results come in this evening.
And joining us live in studio for some insight and analysis this evening are 3 people who know City Hall and know some of the candidates quite well. We are joined by Adrian Batra, editor-in-chief of the Toronto Sun, Adam Vaughan, principal at Navigator and former Toronto City Councillor and former Liberal MP, and Jamal Myers, current City Councillor for Ward 23, Scarborough North.
Also joining us live in studio for expert political analysis, including the impact this election will have on Queen's Park and Parliament Hill, are Jennifer Keesmaat, founder of Marquee Developments and former chief city planner and mayoral candidate. Scott Reed, CTV's political analyst and co-founder of Chuck Reed and former advisor to Prime Minister Paul Martin. Also joining us live in studio is Kristen Wong-Tam, former city councillor and current NDP MPP for Toronto Centre. Panelists, welcome to you.
Looking forward to those conversations. In the meantime, CP24's Lindsay Biscaya is live at the Power Board tonight. She's got the stories behind the numbers. Lindsay.
Yeah, that's right, Nick and Lena. We're going to be showing you this map quite a bit tonight. So it's dark right now. These are all the 25 wards of Toronto. But as results start coming in terms of who has the most votes per ward, you'll start to see these wards changing color. And that will show you, some of the issues and values that people in this city have and who they want to vote for and why. Back to you for now.
All right, Lindsay, thanks so much for this. Now, Olivia Chow is the perceived frontrunner in this race, leading in the polls throughout the campaign. But will that translate into a victory?
It's one of the big questions we're following tonight. CP24's Beatrice Vaisman is live at Olivia Chow headquarters and joins us with more on the feeling inside that room about an hour before polls close. B.
Yeah, it's going to be an exciting day here at Olivia Chow headquarters, Nick and Lena. This is the Great Hall at Queen and Dover Court. Right now it's still empty, but Team Olivia Chow hoping that this is going to become not just a concert and event space venue, but a venue for a celebration tonight. That's the magic question that you just asked here. Will all the opinion polls translate to the ballot, to the polls where voters right now are casting their ballots? She's been in the lead largely in every opinion poll since this campaign started, though her lead has slowly narrowed just a little bit in this past week. We just watched Olivia Chow out here on the floor of the Great Hall, going up to the stage, getting a feel for the room, getting a feel for the podium, wearing a teal blazer and a white shirt to stand out against the purple background here inside the Great Hall. And look at what we've got for you. Our camera operator, Matt Reed, finding a bag full of buttons from the 2014 race when Olivia Chow ran for mayor last time. It's the same campaign colors, but you can bet she's hoping for a different campaign outcome. She came in a dismal third last time. Will she pull up all the stops and be elected as Toronto's new mayor? We'll find out in just a little bit. Nick and Lena.
All right, Beatrice Vaisman. Yeah. Thank you, Beatrice. Well, Mark Saunders, Toronto's former police chief, of course, he is no doubt hoping that Premier Doug Ford's endorsement of him will put him over the top tonight.
CP24's Steve Ryan joins us live with more on that. What is the mood like there, Steve?
Well, Lena and Nick, we're at Bistro on Avenue Road, which is a quaint pub-style establishment that's been in this neighborhood for decades. Mark Saunders arrived here at about 6 o'clock with his supporters, and he remains optimistic. He still believes that he is the #1 qualified candidate to lead the city. He and his supporters will be here tonight as the votes come in, and he said that when he was campaigning, he spoke with voters who are concerned about law and order. And of course, him being a former police chief, he served with the Toronto Police Service for 37 years. He believes that he is the best candidate to address those issues and the other issues facing the city of Toronto. So back to that.
All right, Steve, thanks so much for this. Live now to CP24's Eden DeBebe. She is at Anna Bailał's headquarters tonight. The former deputy mayor has been collecting endorsements from a number of city councillors, even former Mayor John Tory. Eden.
Exactly. That probably is the most notable endorsement, Lena, coming in the last hour of the campaign. And of course, has it made an impact? Has it really made a change in Byele's chances to win? That is the big question. We're hoping to get that answer in just a few hours when polls close. But the big question here moving forward is, what is Byele's plan for the city? And of course, what is her plan if she does end up losing? It's turned into a two-horse race. Byelew clearly cementing herself as second in the lead. But again, is it enough? Big question. A lot of high spirits here. We're expecting to see Anna Byelew a little later tonight. Doors have officially opened. People already trickling in. We're expecting hundreds later tonight. We'll just have to see if it's all enough to secure her that spot. Lena, Nick, sending it back to you.
Okay, Eden, thank you for that. Live now to CP24's Scott Hurst. He is covering the Anthony Furey headquarters this evening. Scott, looks quiet there now.
Nick and Lena, we are live at the Metropolitan Center along Finch Avenue East, the party night headquarters for Anthony Furey. All quiet right now, Nick, as you said. This party should get going around 8 o'clock, and it's quite a big ballroom, so there could be a few hundred people here after the polls close and once the results start to roll in. I'm told the candidate himself is at home having dinner with his family and should come here a bit later after the polls close, and there could be a few hundred people here greeting him. And this is a campaign that's shown some momentum over the past few weeks. The big question is, will it turn into votes on election night? We'll have to wait and see in just a little bit. Nick and Lena, we'll send it back to you.
Scott Hurst live at Anthony Furey HQ tonight. Thank you, Scott. City Councillor Josh Matlow, he was one of the first to announce that he was considering a run for mayor shortly after John Tory resigned.
CP24's Bakari Savage is live at Matlow HQ this evening with more on the situation there tonight. Bakari.
Yeah. Good evening, Nick and Lena. So we are at Firkin on Bay right now. So the doors just open at 7 o'clock. We are still awaiting supporters to come in. You know, it's only been about 8 minutes, so no one started to trickle in just yet. I understand that Josh Matlow and his family, they are having a smaller, more intimate watch party not too far away from here. But I was talking to his campaign manager, Catherine, a little bit earlier. And, you know, one of the things that she talked about was the heart and, you know, the pure enjoyment that she's had by working on this campaign. That's something that I've also been able to witness from other people from my coverage throughout all of this. And that's something that, again, we will be speaking with people about as they begin to come in here. Again, we are at Firkin on Bay, and the night is young. Nick, Lena?
All right, Bakari, thanks so much for this. Now, as we mentioned earlier, voting will be extended at 4 locations in the city, which means the release of results, that's going to be delayed by about 15 to 20 minutes this evening.
So these are the locations: West Hill Apartments on Lawrence Avenue East, that will stay open until 8:15. Sacred Heart Catholic School, they're also staying open until 8:15. St. Thomas Aquinas on Glenholm Avenue, that is going to stay open until 8:20. And the Britton House on Mount Pleasant Road, that location will remain open until 9.
And with that, CP24's Mark Liverman is at a polling station at the East York Civic Center on Coxwell Avenue. What's happening where you are, Mark?